And I say that to like any parents also watching that have kids that want to follow this dream. Your support is literally that one thing that makes the difference.
Yeah.
Your support is that one thing. Trust me.
Yeah. Definitely.
Just trust and believe, and also guide. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's sometimes where you know better.
Yeah.
But that support from my parent is that one thing.
It's not about the funds. It's about the support.
Yeah. And I was seeing it from also just like Little Teboro, for example.
His mom as well.
That, yeah.
Everyone like needs some support from home, especially it always goes a long way. Did she ever hit on you?
No.
All right, cool.
And it's so crazy because that we got that a lot, like especially after our split.
Yeah.
It became a thing of, I think even The Voice probably posted something about it, and then people ran with it.
Yeah.
You know, Zen has always been like a mother figure.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
And it was like a cool mom, bro. Like a mom that I could be myself around.
Niggas can't call someone a mom if they've smashed. Tell me. Because I don't know. Niggas keep nominating me for the game, best social media.
Yeah.
That's not my job.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess maybe they're saying because you're pretty active on the socials.
Fuck that.
I see your post every day.
Nigga, why doesn't Lala or BJB or the niggas who actually actively on that shit? True, I'm not dissing Lala or BJB.
I guess maybe it's because you are a brand.
Nah, they're trying to fuck with me. They're trying to make it seem like all I can do is be on social media.
Oh.
People of different identities. Podcast with PODI-CAST.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? How are you doing? Welcome to another edition of the PODI-CAST right here from Staywell Hotels in Mogoditane. I'm your host, SCAR, and as usual, I'm not alone, man. I'm here with a 10-year vet. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this shit because this just means that I'm old as fuck. But at the same time, I couldn't be more prouder. I only realized that he was a 10-year vet when we actually went to a recent listening session, and we had a conversation and, you know, showed me love as usual. And it's always a pleasure to see him. It's always a pleasure to hear his music. And he's our guest today on the PODI-CAST. It's none other than director and founder of WhySo. Banty's in the house. What's up, Papa?
Shout out. Damn, 10 years? I think it's actually 7 years professionally, but 10, yeah.
When were you sending the demos?
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago.
Because I think it was at the OTV2 launch.
Yeah.
I was there just watching all of that Hennessy flying around on a Wednesday. You know what I mean? And
yes,
I'm like, what the fuck? I hadn't been out in a minute, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, the city's changed, my nigga.
Nice.
And they all came out for you. And that's where we had this conversation. Yo, 10 years. How does that make you feel to realize, like, yo, new kid on the block is over there. Now I'm a mainstay.
Hey, it's crazy thinking about it. Like 10 years ago, if you told me that we'd be here now, I'd be like, nah, cap.
Yeah.
I'd be like, cap. But like for me, I actually feel like it's only the beginning.
Yeah.
As much as you're saying it's 10 years, I feel like I still only just have I've just done two things. Like, I still have a long way to go, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a whole lot. I mean, not even introducing you as rapper Benty. WhySo has also become its own thing over there. But like, I just always want to start it from the beginning. And for most people, because like, this is how we get to document some of this history. Because
100%.
Hey, and it comes from you. So 100%. It's not from anyone else. So your royalty.
But where you get that one?
You a Prince nigga?
Nah,
what are we
not.
talking about? I mean, here we are. We're talking. Well, according to Maranyani, is your grandfather?
Yes, that's my grandfather. R.I.P.
How do we not know this stuff though?
I mean, it hasn't always been a thing, especially also just family wise.
Hey.
You know what I mean? I remember there was a time where the family was trying to change the surnames and all that, and we're like, yo, nah, we can't have that one.
Hey. Okay, not that one.
Yeah, like, but I mean, like, it's still cool. But
it's family.
It's still family, but
still,
yeah. But yeah, man, it's great. You know James Keeble, right?
I know Kibu.
Yeah, he was calm as well.
I know Kibu Pod Tape.
Yeah. He was my uncle.
Uncle how?
Like, he's my dad's younger brother.
God damn.
Yeah.
R.I.P. James, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. to him. He got me into this shit, actually.
All right, you see where this interview just went now. Like, how the hell? So, you've been around the music. You've been around entertainment before. Because, like, even your dad, Kituto Mokwati, he's operated Quest restaurant. I actually called it Quest when I was going to main deck with my girl. Quest. Old school nigga. So, your dad operated that place.
Yes,
That's
sir.
your spot there.
Yes, sir.
Or
That
was your
his
spot?
Yeah, that was his spot.
That was his spot.
Yeah.
So, tell me about that. Like, you grew up in an entertainment environment?
Ton of background, yeah. I mean, my aunt worked on radio, RB2. My uncle...
Who's your aunt, Papa?
Monica Mpusu. She worked on radio.
Okay.
That's my mom's older sister.
What the fuck? Monica Mpusu.
Yeah.
You know who that is, nigga?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Legend.
What? Okay.
So I think we've always had like this entertainment background. You know what I mean? And the bug bit me, and you know.
God damn. All right.
Couldn't let go.
We got to start from the beginning then, because you're surrounded by all of these phenomenal people walking in and out of the house and stuff.
And I feel like that puts so much pressure on me.
In how though?
I feel like they're so accomplished in the entertainment industry, but especially because now times are different. So then it was a bit much harder than it is for us.
Definitely,
now.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But like the standard is still there. Like, yo, if you're in this shit, you gotta do this shit the real, you know?
Yeah,
the right way.
Don't be out here. Our name is on this shit. Don't be playing games.
No half stepping. But I mean, like, they don't put it on me though.
But nicely, without saying it, I feel that. I would love that type of pressure. But I want to take it to where you went to school, stuff like that. Like, where is Bantata Mokwati from? And do you even have a middle name?
I do, but I don't know if I'm trying to say it.
Come on. It's just us, Papa.
It's just us and all these viewers of yours.
Okay, so you don't want to give us your middle name?
I'm going to give you guys a challenge. Find it and I'll give you a free WhySo cap.
Yo, we don't play around. If you find that middle name, hit us up on the comments and then we'll make sure you get a free WhySo cap. All right, so where did you go to school? All of that. Who's Bantata Mokwati? Where did you grow up?
So I hate answering this question, because once I answer this question, I always somehow be placed in a box. Oh, he's a chief boy.
Soft life.
Soft life. Yo, we worked our asses off.
There's nothing wrong with soft life. This is a safe space.
Yeah, no, soft life.
Yeah. It was.
It was soft.
Is that the answer?
Nah, okay, so I started primary school at Thornhill.
Yeah, man.
I went to Thornhill, I think, because my dad went there. So I think he loved just the educational system of it.
You don't think it's the Illuminati?
I mean, it might just be.
There's some schools in Gabs.
It might just be, actually.
There's some Illuminati stuff going on. Like, you start off at Thornhill, then you go to MAP, and then you go.
It actually might just be, eh?
Yeah. Is that how you did it?
So it was Thornhill. I didn't finish at Thornhill. Then I went to Westwood. Then from Westwood, I went to MAP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like how it was.
Illuminati. All right. So in all of that, when did the music start for you?
Music.
Was it in the house? Was it at school? Was it with your homies?
I think it was at school. Especially when I got to high school. I mean, in primary school, I've always loved hip hop. You know what I mean? Yeah. I actually started as a skater boy. So I used to skate, and skate is hip hop. You know what I mean? So every time I go to like the skate park, actually that time it was even before the skate park, it was Main Mall. Main Mall was like the skate session, like the rooftop there.
What was that? The BW shop?
Yeah, so the BW shop, they used to push out there a lot. Yeah. Mav. Shout out to Mav. Yeah.
Shout out to Mav.
OG skateboarder out here.
Hey.
So when we were out there, guys used to like freestyle. Guys used to come through and do graffiti.
Yeah.
And it was all like hip hop, you know what I mean? And I got inspired and influenced by seeing other guys doing it. I used to watch TV and see Lil Wayne. That was like my biggest guy. That's actually the guy that I got my dreads because of Weezy.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So seeing Weezy do that, I'm like, okay, cool. Then I see guys at the skate park. I'm like, oh snap! So we can actually do this as well.
Yeah.
So I started tapping into that, trying to figure out, okay, cool. How do you actually do this thing?
Definitely.
So I think that's where it actually stemmed from. If I think well, deep, the skate park is really where the music really started.
Definitely. And so when you're getting into the space, are you trying to rap? Are you trying to produce? Are you trying to dance? Are you trying to skate?
That time I actually didn't know, actually. Yeah, I was just in it for the vibe.
Because I want to get a picture of this, because like we're way older at the time.
Yeah.
Gabs was totally different for some of us, man. Gabs was boring as fuck. There was absolutely nothing to do sometimes, and all we did was walk to Yaran FM. every Friday.
Yeah.
I was all the way out in Moditani at the time, man. So I had to run back from Yaron FM past the you see those parliamentary buildings.
You guys literally walked so we could run.
Thank you for that. But that's not what I was reaching for. But it's like, what type of environment was this like? Like, what were you guys seeing? Were you seeing a future in this, or was this just kids trying to hang out?
Yeah, for then it was just kids trying to hang out. You know what I mean? I thought it was just because I knew also, like, my uncles, for example. Yeah, used to tell me that they had homies who were the dopest in high school, and afterwards, actually, we'd bump into one of his homies and Pick and Pay wearing like a suit or something. He'd tell me, this guy was the dopest guy. So I thought, oh, okay, so you can only be dope in high school, and
you start working.
You start working afterwards.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's actually not how it is.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, but like I was saying, just going back to James Kibu as well. He's the one that showed me that there was action industry here, because he was bumping your stuff, he was bumping Zeus stuff, you know, and putting me on as his little nigga, like, yo, actually, leave that little, that Lil Wayne stuff is dope, but like,
this thing's happening.
This thing's happening this side.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, that's actually what changed my whole perspective.
God damn, man.
Yeah, I was like, yo, we're doing this for real.
This blows my mind away, because at the same time, you know, a lot of people really don't know that much about James's contribution to BW hip hop.
Yeah.
But I can safely say James contributed Benty.
100%.
You know?
He discovered me.
You understand what I mean, Pa? And he's the one who actually gave you some of those tools to actually understand what's going on. 100%. Oh, this is the lexicon hot. Shout out, bartender.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you, when I got here, they told me they got me some fire water.
Yeah, no.
And I'm like, I know why.
No, lexicon can get it over there. But like, that's crazy, because, like, you know what happened with James. I mean, mental health, suicide is what people talk about a whole lot these days. I don't know. How did you feel about, you know, how he ended his life and stuff?
Hey, I mean, for me, it was, I was driving back from Joburg, and my homie called me. He's like, yo, dog, I'm sorry about what? Because I could tell my dad was trying to call me the whole day, and I'm like, I'll call this guy back later. Right now, I need to hit the road. But my homie called me. I thought maybe he's telling me, yo, when you land, you're going now. We missed the plan. Yeah. He's like, dog, come on, I'm sorry about what I just had. I'm like, wait, what? And I'm one man driving from Joburg this time. Yeah. I had to like park the car and like fathom like, what the hell. You know, it didn't make sense, because he was the one guy that motivated me to like, every time I'm down, he's like, yo, man, there's a bigger picture. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was just super confusing, but
crazy. You know? But I'm sure at least Rapper, he got to see you got to see you get 100%, on
100%. And he was one of the guys that like would tell me the truth. So I used to send him a lot of like exclusive music. So every single time I finish recording something, before I go to the room, bounce it on my phone, and I send it to him first.
Yeah.
Then you tell me, hey, youngin, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yo.
Yeah, that's the banger. Yeah.
And I knew, like, and he had no reason to lie to me or try to impress me or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I knew the truth came from him. Yeah. You know.
I'm looking at like my notes here. Yeah. My producer Millie is asking a whole lot about your family here. I don't know how much you want to go into it. Yeah. But she also like she put it down on order. Like, did you get any lessons from your family about the music industry as far as you getting into it? Like your dad, did you ever have a conversation about getting into the space?
I mean, they put
it on you, Millie.
They were supporting this from the beginning. Yeah. They were like, I think for them it was more of, I guess, seeing experience from their people around and also our environment. So just like, yo, guy, I know 1,000 people that have gone through what you're going through.
Because they're making dough. So they're like, do you want to be poor, nigga?
Exactly. Exactly. So that was pretty much it. But then when they saw that, this thing is for real now. That's why they had to like give their support.
How did you show them that this is for real?
I think it was like how you're saying, show them. I had to show them. I didn't have to convince them. Yeah. I had to prove it to them. Yeah. You know what I mean? What I did was, it's funny story. Yeah. So when we came out, we dropped. Actually, before even dropping, Form 5, right? I'm already dropping music in school. Yeah. We're the hottest guys in school. Yeah. So I know after this, either maybe a gap year or something, that my mom was like, nah, you need to do school. But because now she was somewhat like supportive, you know what I mean? From the beginning, she was like, okay, no, find something that's closer to music, but you still gotta study. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I got online, found the closest thing I found was sound engineering. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So I went for sound engineering. She's like, yo, we ride together. She saw the studios, the school, the whole syllabus. She's like, okay, cool.
This is not just some little school.
Yeah, it's not just some little school.
All right. You know who went to that school? AKA went to that school.
Yeah, bro.
Nigga. Favi, who produces for Mposi Bina, went to that school.
Yeah.
Big Duke, who's like the image controller of how Yarne FM sounds like, went to that school, my nigga.
Yeah, a lot of the guys I know actually started hearing about it through listening to AKA's music. So that's what made me go to it. Yeah. So I got there, and as I'm there is when I made Naomi.
Damn.
Yeah.
So this is at school.
Yeah. WhySo Faded, actually. Sorry, not Naomi. I made WhySo Faded there.
All my niggas did again.
Yeah. So then I came home and I'm like, yo, Ski, I have this idea, my G. Yeah. He believed it. I mean, WhySo was already a thing then. Yeah. But I didn't have music professionally out.
WhySo, you started it at school?
No, WhySo I started it right after school, so the year after school.
Okay.
So
what were you guys trying to do then? Clothing or music?
We were just inspired by Boys and Bucks.
Okay.
So we just wanted it to be like a movement.
Like a collective movement.
Yeah, wanted it to be a movement with a dope name. And I dreamt about the name WhySo.
Yeah.
I just woke up one morning, I told my guys, yo, WhySo.
That would sound really good on the book, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So with that, then the song dropped, it popped off. I started getting bookings, emails and messages. So I put my mom's number and my bookings on Facebook.
Hey.
So she started getting calls. I'm like, yeah, you see what's going on right now.
Before we even go further, with the video, WhySo, with the song itself, how was the song put together? Because you had like some of the most popping niggas at that particular time. You know, your Skis, your Dillas,
Faded Gang.
You know,
Faded Gang was hot then.
It was hot then.
Yep.
Tell us about how the song got together.
So like I was saying,
because there's a lot of shit that comes with the song.
Yep.
As much as there's success, there's a lot of other drama that comes with this track.
100%.
So I want to hear it from you.
Which was the beautiful part of the journey, you know?
I want them to know. Because I have a little side of it because, you know.
Yeah.
But I want to hear from you.
So like I was saying,
how did you guys make the track?
So still in school, right?
Yeah.
It was end of the year. So first year at ASE, you're not allowed to use the studio. You're not allowed to book it. So you only use the studio during lessons or whatever, lectures or whatever.
Do you delete the stuff after you're done? Or
you need to have a hard drive, and also only second and third years were allowed to. So I've always been a guy that gels with like older people. You know, in high school, when I was in high school, I had homies in Form 5 when I was in Form 1.
Yeah.
So when I moved, when I went in first year, I had homies in third year.
That's the way, by the way.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't know, I just felt like I've always matured quicker than like my maybe generation.
Yeah.
And could relate more to like people older than me.
Yeah.
So I was chilling with these third year guys, and this guy called Seasway was like going back to KZN.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, gents, I was with like my other 2 first year homies. Yeah. He's like, yo, gents, there's a folder here with 10 beats. Pick which ones you want. Me, I'm out, Durban. You know, you guys can have whichever beat you want. Since you guys say you really want to do this thing.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, niggas are picking beats. I'm like the last one. They left this WhySo Faded beat. And I'm like, yo. You guys sure you want to leave this one?
This one.
Like, yo, going once, going twice. I think I went maybe 10 times. Guys were like, yo, take this shit.
Take that shit already, nigga.
So I took it. And Ski's the first guy I had in mind already. You know, I pictured the whole thing. Like, I wanted to do a WhySo and Faded collab because I was following Faded Gang since high school.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do like a WhySo and Faded something. You know? So then when I got this beat, I'm like, actually, this can be the way that I come out.
Dog. I remember where I was when I heard that song for the first time.
This could be the way that I come out. So I called Ski. I'm like, yo, Ski. Actually, before I called, I tell my homie, Rose, Diamond Dust.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, bro, I have this idea, 1, 2, 3, or 4. But for me to get these guys to come through, because also we're just familiar with each other just as WhySo, not as friends or whatever. Yeah. So I was still kind of that side.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how can I get these guys too? So I called Ski up and I tell him, yo, I've got an idea for you. Meet me at Avani. You can bring the homies as well. Yeah. You know, just for vibe. And then I told Calvin, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna need you to buy a bottle of Hennessy.
No, but where was Marang at this time?
He wasn't there yet.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
Yeah, he wasn't there yet. So
management.
I'm like, yo, let's get a bottle of Hennessy and hotel room for these guys, because I hear them rapping about hotel rooms and Hennessy in their songs.
Yeah.
And set up the studio. So I set up the studio, showed the Hennessy. The homies came through. We had the tank, you know, everything. Clean vibes. Played the beat, and the energies were just aligned. So we recorded. Obato started recording like an idea of the hook. He recorded an idea of a hook. It wasn't even that.
Yeah.
It was something else. Then we just got lit. The Hennessy just took us. so then Ski's like, nah, my nigga, you know what? I can actually see there's something here. Come through to the crib on Monday. Let's finish this motherfucker. I'm like, say less. Got to the crib, wrote my verse. I actually watched these guys do their verses. Damn. These guys didn't even write.
Yeah.
I'm there on my phone like Ski's yeah. Got a new bad thing. I should live around the city section. I'm like, shit. That's his way it's really at. Yeah. Taylor's the only guy that actually took very long to record his. He actually recorded half of it, and then bounced. And I think it's cause Nanya, you know what I mean? He was like, ain't you sure about this?
Who is this guy that we're making this track with?
Why are you guys giving this guy this much?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it took a little bit of pushing, and he finally did it. Fuck your hot verse. And then as soon as he sent it, I remember Ski mixed and mastered the song the same day. We made the artwork and we dropped that thing. And we dropped that thing.
That shit changed like the landscape in like BW hip-hop.
It literally changed my life, yeah.
No, not mind your life, nigga. I'm talking about everybody's life.
Yeah, 100%.
No, it probably changed my life because now we started being looked at as the old niggas. Because, it changed our lives.
Actually, fuck. It actually changed the whole dynamic of beat up hip hop, eh?
It changed the whole thing. And why I say that is that, like, when I heard it, man, I thought it was like some, especially the chords, when it started bloom, bloom, I thought it was Morafi. For some reason, I thought it was some Northwest shit. And at the time, I was doing stuff with some other people. And hey, having your girl in your podcast is something else. So, Wano Pelapinai. She's singing rhyme for rhyme, nigga.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who are these niggas? You know, and at the time, he puts out, yo, man, have I been like passed out for that long? Like, I'm not even paying attention to the music because you niggas came out of nowhere, like completely obliterated everything that was there at the time. So how did you guys make that connection? Like as far as the shows now, because now you guys were now being able to be seen. And I mean, how far was that like, between you dropping that track and actually starting to see traction and people booking you guys?
So the track had two pushes, right?
Yeah.
It was when we actually dropped it, we dropped it on SoundCloud. So now because Fady Gang was already hot on SoundCloud at the time, they had a following. Yeah. So as soon as
But did they have a track before that, like that was popping in the mainstream outside of like their following in
maybe
itself?
Not mainstream, but it was popping in their niche.
Yeah, but
and they were dropping mixtapes. They were.
I know Ski had like a bunch of mixtapes.
There was actually one song that Ski had called Power.
Yeah,
and it was the hottest song in Map.
Yeah,
these guys used to come to Map and just. They were wearing skinny jeans and come doggy and shit.
And just take off that shirt.
And just take off that. tat it all over. Yeah. You see why so faded? Then when we had the video, that's when shit changed actually. That's when it actually shot out the roof. So the song was dope. But then when the video dropped, and I believe that the video is very blessed and anointed because the day that we shot the video was the day that we buried my grandmother. So I actually wasn't supposed to go for the video shoot. Because I remember mom was like, yo, you can't do it. It was long planned.
This is your mom's mom?
No, my dad's mom.
Your dad's mom?
Yeah. So on that day,
we thought dad's moms thought that one like mom's. I'm just saying.
Hey. So thinking back, I'm like, shit. I wasn't supposed to go for that video shoot. I actually snuck out from the funeral crib. Yeah, I was like, no, you can't leave. You know, that's your grandmother's funeral. The cousins are here. I'm like, yo, Owen Bands is waiting for me there. And then I just told my cousin, yo, what is it? We're gonna bounce, but don't say bye to nobody. We're just going to. So my homie Kelvin came to come pick me up, jumped into his car, we vibed, went to go shoot that video, and it changed our lives.
Who paid for all that shit?
I can even tell you right now, we didn't spend a single cent.
Lies.
I'm telling you.
Because first of all, I've had conversations with Owen, so and but I'm just looking at like how beautiful all of that. Yeah. Whose crib was that?
It was Kelvin, my homie Kelvin. Diamond Dust, yeah.
And then so you guys had already given out invites. People knew.
Yeah.
To go there. Yeah.
Exactly. So it was like.
So you guys just know bads. Hella. That's.
No, they were just homies.
Homies.
They're just friends, dog. Call away. Yeah, so
because like a lot of them look like models at the time. A lot of us were looking at that video.
They were also trying to. Everybody was upcoming at the point.
So they were also aspiring models.
They were also aspiring models.
Owen is an aspiring videographer.
Everybody was on the same wavelength.
So how do you guys meet Owen?
Owen, I think I met him through ski.
You know why I say that? Because like Owen, when I sat down with Owen once and he told me what nights I'm gonna lead, and then I'm like, how did you link up with these guys who went to school together? Which is another thing that's amazing about Owen, in that, like, you know, he's self-taught in that way also.
Yeah.
He went through YouTube and all of that. So this was like a rise.
Yeah,
like, that was a moment.
The universe just did its thing, man. It just placed everyone where they needed to be. And
goddamn, nigga. So now guys are seeing Faded Gang. Faded Gang starts doing their own tracks now as well.
Yeah.
And they start popping. They start getting bookings and stuff. Did you guys fall off because you were performing the track as yours? Or what was the problem? Was there ever a problem?
There was. I think the problem came up when, and we've never talked about this. Yeah. The problem came out when the nominations came out. So the whole time, when the Yamas came out, the Yama 2016 came out.
Yeah.
So the whole time,
Naomi wasn't out yet.
Naomi was out when the Yamas came out.
Okay.
Yeah. So WhySo Faded dropped January, and then 6 weeks later I dropped Naomi.
My nigga.
So I'm like, actually, let me show I can actually do it alone.
Hey.
Yeah.
So that's how the problem starts.
No,
there.
so then the problem only started the awards. When the awards come, it's Band T featuring Faded Gang. But even if you go on YouTube and go on WhySo Faded, it says Band T featuring Faded Gang, and it's on Owen Band's channel. That Ski edited the video. He probably even wrote everything else.
Yeah.
So the plan, they knew everybody knew what
the plan was.
That was
the original plan.
Yeah. So, but you know, fans.
Yeah.
Fans instigate and homies, whatever. So it starts confusing a whole lot of shit.
Yeah.
And then the awards come out. I got, I think, 6, 7 nominations.
Yeah. Chef Gustos, we see you too, Papa.
Yeah, Chef. We did it before. Shout out to you.
We see you, Papa.
Yeah, so I think that's what now became a thing of, I can't tell how come they're not getting the nominations. They're not, because now they're starting out of the song. It was maybe Artist of the Year, so now I'm alone.
Yay.
You know, it's Best Male. You know what I mean? Now I'm alone.
Yes.
So now, then there was a misconception, a rumor that came out that these guys have ties with the Aruna fam, their parents, they're paying, whatever. So then they ran with that.
The homies.
Yeah.
Where did they say this? Did they say it?
No, I guess that was just the agenda that was just being pushed under
under carpet.
Yeah.
Someone told someone that them niggas.
Yeah. Then,
like that.
Then they, I think maybe they believed it and bought it. Then they just ran with that. Then it just became an old thing. Yo, these niggas are buying Yamas. I'm like, yo, how the fuck are we buying these things? How?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I guess that's where the confusion came about. That's where the problem came out. So then when that happened to me now, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to take my lane and punish these boys.
As you should.
Yeah, because I saw a lot of their mistakes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. And I think maybe that's what at the time had given me 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
You know, because I actually studied them before even meeting them.
Yeah. Goddamn. Yeah, out here scaring me. I'm looking at this nigga in the face. I'm like, what do you mean? So you do think about what your next move is, because
100%.
That's because it was important for you to drop Naomi.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't drop Naomi, you wouldn't have solidified yourself.
Yeah.
As
I think Naomi is what cemented that. WhySo Faded put us there.
Yeah.
And then Naomi kind of solid. Because people actually.
How did you know that Naomi could do that though?
I didn't. It was just I was just doing, bro. I just believe in doing. Like if I have a plan and I don't execute it, I feel like I have failed myself.
Procrastinating guy.
Yeah, just procrastinating. I feel like I'm just failing myself because nobody's gonna push me. No one's gonna push me to do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah,
but myself. You know, so I've always had that mentality, and I guess that's what happened. I just jumped into the studio hunting for this next song. Hunting for this next song. And then my boy Taku sent me a pack. I think it was a 6-beat pack, and the Naomi beat was in there. And I heard it. I'm like, yo, this is it.
Where did you record it? In SA or
no? I recorded at Banghai Studios.
Hey.
So
Nephew.
Yeah, so shout out Nephew, Francois, and who was it at the time? But yeah, Nephew and Francois were the ones who were really hands-on with Naomi.
Because I remember the time that I interviewed you, Go Ice 100, that online radio station, you came in with Francois, so you guys had been working together at the time.
Yeah.
All right, Taku, Taku J. Where is he from?
No, it's not Taku J. Taku J is another guy, and this is Takunda. Yeah.
Because I'm always thinking, or every time you have a Takunda, I'm always thinking is that Taku from your Naomi. No, because I think you've done. There's a Takunda and then there's a Taku J.
No, it was Taku J. I've heard the name. I don't know Taku, but I've heard the name before. No, I don't know Taku J.
So Takunda can this track.
So he was Taku first, but then he just
where's he based? Is he based in Gabs? Is he based in SA?
He's based in SA, but he was based in Bots at the time. We went to high school together. He went to MAB, but he was working with Benghai for some time.
Okay.
And then we only went to go record there because I didn't have anywhere to record at the time. I didn't have my own equipment. I didn't have anything. WhySo Faded, remember, we recorded at Ski's house. So at the time, Taku was like, nah. There's some guys in Block 8, and it was convenient because I'm living in the same hood. So it was very convenient. I'm like, oh, actually, cool. I can do that. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. You see how stars align. I want to talk about you and VS WeCheck. Because, I don't know, did he discover you? Because, we have articles out here. Did you work at his studio?
I did work at his studios.
What was the setup there?
I think with VS, it was more of a thing of, where did VS actually see me, man? VS saw me somewhere. I think it was a skate park. He was shooting a music video, and he just pointed at me, and he's like, you. He's got that prophetic calling.
He's got a calling, but he didn't have it then, though.
But I mean, these things are always in us. But he just pointed me out and said, yo, there's something in you, and we need to cultivate it and find out what the hell it is.
Because I keep going back and forth, because like your story is like a really unique one in its own way, in that, like, a lot of people see you and then the soft life aspect of it, but then there's also the hard worker 100%. That a lot of us end up seeing.
And the soft life is not as soft as they think it is.
We'll be the judge of that. I want to get into as far as recording an album and actually getting Zenzele as a manager. Which came first? Did you record music first, or did you get Zenzele Hirschfeld as a manager?
So I've been recording, but the recording has never stopped. So from the very beginning that I've started making music, I've been recording from the jump. It has never ever stopped. You know what I mean? Whether it's coming out or it's not coming out, it's coming. It's there
somewhere.
It's there. So then. So
you've been recording yourself at home?
Before that I used to just jump into guys' studio. Record. There's a homie of mine called Kai Lazy, also who passed away when we were very young. RIP to him.
Yeah.
He pushed us to record music every day at his house. And it was just like a USB condenser mic, before the sound cards.
Oh God.
Yeah, but we were making tunes,
No, so you say
we were making tunes there with that auto tune.
Making the dustiest. I remember the songs I made, man. Back in the day,
they were trash.
Not gonna for me,
they were trash.
Is this where CBS was formed?
CBR.
What was it standing for?
Shit. Cashback Records.
What?
Yeah, Cashback Records. Only the real ones know CBR. If you know CBR, you're a real one. You are a real one. And that was a high school squad.
Yeah. So you guys been killing since high school?
Yeah, in high school, bro, we were the guys.
Who was in the crew?
So it was my homie. I had a homie called Jay Easy.
Yeah.
Josi.
What's up, Jay Easy?
Dope rapper.
What is he doing now?
I think he's in like law school or something.
Niggas.
None of the guys that
guys never stay true.
Yeah, hey, I mean, I don't know what their reasons were, but none of the guys that I was in the crew with pursued music professionally afterwards. I remember I tried to convince guys when we went Form 5, like, guys, next year we have to do this thing, and we need muscle to convince our parents. I can't just do it alone. But I think guys were a bit like, let's go to UB for a first year first. I'm like, nigga, fuck that.
But how did that make you feel, though, when other people weren't as motivated as you? Was it because they had better grades, or?
No.
Because I'm trying to figure out why was it like a thing for you to go for?
I don't know. I think maybe passion.
So your grades could have gotten you to law school.
Hey.
And you guys have it both.
I ain't know about that one.
Because like I'm saying, because sometimes I remember Mampizi didn't write some of his exams. This nigga will pick me up from school and niggas are writing.
Yeah. No.
He's not writing because he knows
maybe not law school. Maybe not law school. Maybe business school. Yeah, you could have.
So the grades were not a problem.
Yeah, the grades were not a problem. I think maybe it was just the passion, and for me it was like a with or without you, man. Like,
yeah.
And that's just the mentality I've always had. Like, yo, if we're starting this thing together, if we're doing this and it's still like this, hey, buddy, still going.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do what I gotta do.
Still gonna do what I gotta do. So it was that, you know. So yeah, it was J-Eazy and King B. That was CBR. We formed that in 20. We went from 1, and then we finished after from 5. So 5 years killing it in high school.
Yeah, this should have stuck with you though as well. But like, I want to know about what you were recording music still. So this is how I remember meeting you at a press conference when Zenzele was launching you as her new artist.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
And I'm sure by now you know her. If we didn't show up, she was gonna beat us. I didn't even know what I was coming for. You know what I mean? I just knew, okay, cool. It's a Zenzele is launching Benti. She really, you know, loves the music. You know, she has a relationship with his mom.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna do this for Zen.
Yeah.
I'll see young homie.
Yeah.
Let's go and see this. How did that come together?
Yeah. So Zen. So remember like what I said. My mom. I put her number up for bookings. So it got too hectic for her. So I even went out to go back to school.
Yeah.
So I'd come back, do these bookings, go back to Scala, and she still get these calls. She still get these texts. So it's bugging her now. So now my mom was very close to Shantilo.
Yeah. Mr. Lueto, what to do?
Yeah. Or she had a friend there was a time where Shanti used to come to the crib a lot.
Yeah.
So Shanti was like to my mom, no, Skawala, there's a lady that I know who's very good, but she has just stopped. She did some mang and who.
Yeah.
And I think maybe from what you've told me about your son, she might want to jump on this wagon.
Yeah.
You know, and then they had this meeting without me.
Yeah.
My mom used to be very hands-on with my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she made this plan. Yo, this lady starting to manage you, whatever. Started WhatsApping me. I was like, yo, who is Granny?
So she's telling you now.
Yeah, my mom telling me,
yo, get my number off this shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have this lady
handle
handle
number.
this
Her
for
name
you.
is so I'm going through her profile now, Facebook. I'm seeing yo.
Yeah.
Who this Granny now? I'm like,
Even Stan.
so now my mom telling me, you have a show. She's like, you have a show next weekend, so this lady's gonna take over from there. I'm like, okay, cool. We're flying. They were flying me in. It was hot that time, bro. Like they were flying me in from Joburg. So now she's like, your manager's gonna pick you up from the airport.
Naomi was killing though by the time. Nigga.
She's like, yo, your new manager is picking you up from the airport. I've never met this lady. First time. So I get there, I'm like, okay, hi. She can also see what this light to you. Why is he downplaying this? You don't know.
This is a big deal.
Yeah, she's like, you don't know what's about to happen actually.
So
we're gonna go we're gonna go put your bags home right now, and then we're going to BTV. You ever shoot a Flavor Dome? That's the first time we met. We went there. She's operating. When we're there, I bump into Press Beat and Bangu. She starts introducing, yo, these guys are the guys that you're gonna start working with. I'm like,
what?
Yeah, bro. Then like I started seeing her work ethic. So I'm like, okay. So I started cooling off to her. Started cooling, and she just started working, bro. Every morning she's hitting me up, yo, we got a press conference here, we got it, and that's what I needed.
Damn.
You know?
What do you think was making her like go that hard? Was it the conversation she had with your mom? Because I'm gonna be clear about it. I've seen her commit to artists before, but not like this.
I think
and she's never really told me why, because like we don't even have that type of conversation. Why do you think it was about you that made her fully latch on like that, especially after the hiatus?
Yeah.
And really go all the way in like that.
Thinking back, I think there's two things, right? One, she did mention that like there was a prophet that told her like, yo, you have one more task to do. Don't think you're done. But this was like 2 years ago. She's like, but this is gonna come anytime. So when it happened, I think maybe she's like, maybe this might be it.
This might be, yeah.
So I think she started maybe putting more hands onto it.
Yeah.
And then for me, I also feel like I gave her something to run with.
Yeah.
Because I had 2 hits at the moment, WhySo Fade and Naomi, and I was untouched.
Yeah.
There was no one that had managed me before. I was basically a brand new. So she was like, yo, there is a lot that I can do here.
Yeah.
And then she just found a way to, exploit it, and we killed it.
Damn. And the relationship as far as like the money, there's never been a problem with the money?
Nah, with money, there's never ever been a problem.
Yeah.
For me, actually, bro, like even at the beginning, it's so crazy, so scary actually, is that I didn't even care about the racks.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Soft. You see, this is the shit that niggas is mad about. You can't say you don't care about the money.
No, for me it was just like I
can't say that.
I really dreamt. I've been dreaming about this shit and it's happening. So let's go.
This is what makes niggas get all sensitive. So it was about the work. You were not. But then, do you think there is? Let's just address it anyway. Do you think then? What do you think about that argument then? About people who have some assistance as far as like family, and people who have zero assistance as far as where they're coming from. What do you think about that argument? Okay, cool. We knew they'd make it. I get they have support. What do you think about that? And people attributing it to yourself, maybe. Because you're number one culprit in BW music as 100%. Far as they feel, yo, this young nigga is soft. He's got everything he needs. He's just doing this on the side and whatever,
Yeah.
Bamutus.
For me, I actually had this chat with Marang just the other day because we also, our stories kind of relate.
Mr. Lolwan.
Yeah, Mr. Lolwan.
I see the shades.
Yeah.
Get yourself some tati.
That's that tati we plug,
yeah,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually had this conversation the other day.
Oh, you better pay us, girl.
You better drop the shades for them.
Yeah, man.
So I figured, we figured that, look, as much as the support played a big role, and will not lie, but we didn't choose it,
Yeah.
It's like we just landed here, bro, and that's how it was, and gratefully so.
Yeah.
And everyone else that doesn't have that is, I guess I'm still putting in as much hard work as someone that doesn't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna treat anybody differently.
Yeah.
The game ain't gonna treat you differently either.
Yeah.
Because the game is the game at the end of the day.
You know what? Like, not even justifying what you're saying, though, because it's going to look like I'm justifying it. But at the same time, it's like, it's really not your fault that, the chips that you were given. Everyone has the chips that they're given, but it's then what you do with them. You know what I mean? A lot of people who come from really impoverished situations get big-ass opportunities and fuck them up. The same way people who... We're all human at the end of the day, so... I never hold it over anyone's head. I mean, I remember it used to be an argument back in the day about private schools and public school rapping. For us, it was different. It wasn't about, this capital behind this nigga. It was more like...
Who's dope, who's not?
No, more like these niggas think we can't speak English. That shit was just pissed me off, man. It's like, nigga, I know onomatopoeia. And I've done some fucking literature. So that was the beef then. Okay, it's in but then now on you guys' side, it's now about like family helping. But like, what's common though is that a mom's support goes a long way. A parent's
100%.
support
100%.
goes a whole long way. And that's been like the theme in most of our conversations here, from Deep Sea to Diramulo, to myself, to anyone.
Yep.
If your mom or your dad has your back,
Yep.
it always comes together.
Yeah, and I say that to like any parents also watching that have kids that want to follow this dream. Your support is literally that one thing that makes the difference.
Yeah.
Your support is that one thing. Trust me.
Yeah. Definitely.
Just trust and believe, and also guide. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's sometimes where you know better.
Yeah.
But that support from my parent is that one thing.
It's not about the funds. It's about the support.
Yeah. And I was seeing it from also just like Letile Teboro, for example.
His mom as well.
That,
yeah. Everyone like needs some support from home, especially it always goes a long way. I want to talk about like working with Zen. You ultimately were touring and stuff. Like you guys did a lot of those bought 50 gigs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you niggas got it. How
Zen,
did you guys get that bag?
No, Zen.
I couldn't get anywhere close to that
Zen
shit.
worked her ass off. Like, she crossed me over. Without her, I never ever thought that somewhere in Letakani, when I'm at the garage, petrol station, someone's going to recognize me. And that's because of the work that Zen did. She was making sure that, we're making sure we're booked in Maung, even if it's paying this amount. We are going.
There.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just the two of us are going. All this squad of yours must relax. She literally crossed. I thought coming up, I thought Gap City was the holy Mecca. And boy, I found out.
Can you tell them about that shit?
Gap City is not the holy Mecca, guys.
Once Sotola Tishia. That's when we know who you are.
100%.
Botswana is not Gaborone.
Botswana is not Gaborone.
But what are some of the dopest places that you performed at outside of Gabs?
Maung is my favorite.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I love Maung, bro. Like, especially in December.
Yeah. All the time. All the time.
Maung in December.
Yeah.
I've had some dope gigs in Palape, running as well.
Yeah.
There was one place that I forgot, but there was a place that we once went to that I didn't even know how to pronounce it. We've never heard of this place. I don't even think it's on the map.
What the?
But we got there and it was packed.
Yeah.
Boy, those guys were singing Naomi like.
Yeah.
Bro.
Damn, but so is that the defining moment, like Naomi, as far as you and having a whole legion of guys who can say, "Oh no, we put them on." Do you think that was the defining moment for you, or when you had Naomi and now you're working Naomi, and now you're this guy now?
I think
you got
Naomi,
now the 7 nominations. How many did you get?
It was
Get
7.
out the awards themselves.
Well, I think I got 4 that night. I walked away with 4.
Damn.
Yeah.
So tell me about Ben T from that moment. After you got those awards, when you went home and got on your bed, what the fuck was going in your head?
At the time, think about it. I was 19 at the time, which is so crazy because at the time, the access that I had, anyone could have lost their mind. Like, I'm fresh out of high school and we're getting this much attention. I don't got to line up a cigar anymore. The bouncer's recognizing me. The owner's asking me to come in. He's giving me a bottle. At 19 years old.
Okay, now
No, but like for me, I feel like that was my defining moment because I could have lost myself. I saw other homies lose themselves in the mix a little bit.
Yeah.
And for me, it was I needed to focus and remember that, all this is just smoke and mirrors and just glitz and glam. But focus. We know what Zen taught me, that you know where the finish line is, and the mission is to always finish the job.
Yeah. Damn, dog. Because I'm trying to imagine, like 19?
Yeah, at 19. Imagine, bro. At 19, I'm walking every, yo.
Yeah.
You know?
Everyone is just giving love everywhere. Just to wrap it up with Zen a little bit. A lot of people, especially because I don't even know how to ask this question, because it's just going to sound weird. Did she ever hit on you?
No.
All right, cool.
And it's so crazy because that we got that a lot, like especially after our split.
Yeah.
It became a thing of, I think even The Voice probably posted something about it, and then people ran with it.
Yeah.
Zen has always been like a mother figure.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
And it was like a cool mom, bro. Like a mom that I could be myself around.
Niggas can't call someone a mom if they've smashed. That's all I can tell you. I'm just saying, at the same time, it's like, I hear you.
No. Zen is, I respect her so much. She's like a mother. She's like an older sister. She's everything that a rapper needs.
Yeah. No, I absolutely love that. Like, I have to ask these questions, man.
Yeah.
They're also on the prep, but it's also something saying, there's a lot of young artists also. I saw on the new upcoming artists on the Yamas that are coming up. Man, they get younger every year.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering to myself, okay, cool. What can we do to make sure that they know, some of the stuff saying about Duta is not normal, so they can be able to speak out about it. I want to get into you and Veezo now. How did you meet up with Veezo, and how did you guys decide to make this formidable connection?
For me, actually, everyone, I'm going to tell you, I started as a fan of everyone.
Hey.
I started as a fan of Veezo. I actually used to I first heard of Veezo I used to listen to you on radio every morning when going to school. So you had a Veezo jingle, I think. There was a time it was a jingle that you used to play on Veezo.
I just play Veezo all the time. Like, probably a song.
No, but there was every morning at this specific time, I knew that I was going to play Veezo. But it was a jingle.
Probably me as well. But like, okay, let me just leave it alone. Tell the story, Papa.
So then I think I even maybe wrote down those raps, tried to master them and stuff. And then a couple years later, this is I think I'm in Form 2 at the time.
Yeah.
He was fresh. So I used to hear he went to MAP.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 years before me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this guy went here?
Yeah.
Cause I'm seeing where he is right now. I remember you were talking about his Metro FM award, and I'm like, yo. And you guys are saying this about this guy.
Yeah.
And my mom always used to tell me that, no, I know the mother.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you're saying this guy is from here?
Kind of people don't know. Kind of Veezo was on GQ. He had been nominated for a thing, a Metro FM award for what they like. Lambo Veezo. And I couldn't believe it because I remember him from
and it just
a different
so
time.
Dope, man. That guy just rapping I would listen to Weezy in that track and I wouldn't hear much of a difference. That's how it was. You know? And then just as the years went by, I had an older cousin who was friends with Veezo. I think they were in the same year or like a year apart at MAP. So she just like, so I asked her, yo, my mom told me that you're friends with this guy, with Veezo. Come on, I'll introduce you to this guy. And this is this is my last year of high school. So the next year I already knew I'm moving to Joburg. Yeah. So I just needed to find out, like, yo, when I get to Joburg, how can I hang with this guy?
With this dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Planning, Papa.
Yeah. So then my cousin Hook linked us up. We went for rib night at Beleme. Actually, she came to come pick me up from the crib. She's like, yo, I invited Luvuyo out tonight. I'm going to introduce you guys. Oh, okay. I'm actually going to pick him up. Oh, okay. She picks me up. We drive. Literally 10 meters. She goes left. Then she's chilling. Then I see a guy. I'm like, yo, this nigga lives right here. This nigga lives right down, like a stone throw away from my house. So I'm like, damn, okay. So yeah, he jumps into the whip. Yo, this is my cousin I told you when I meet. Yeah, what up, little nigga?
Let's go party.
See you at the top.
Yeah.
Then we got there. We started playing pool at Bullenbush. And he actually went alone too. I think maybe he went for a smoke or so I followed him. I left the table and I followed. I was sitting at the other end. Yeah. So I followed him, found him there. We're like, yo, dog, so I'm kind of come to Joburg next year. What's popping? What do I need to know? Yeah. Should I really go out there or should I try to push out here? Yeah. You know what I mean? And he gave me all the information I needed to know. We exchanged numbers. Then when I finally moved to Joburg, then I gave him a shout. He didn't respond for some time. Yeah. Then there's a time where he finally got back. I think he was just chilling. It was just a night where he was just bored, maybe just chilling. And I'm like, yo, I've got a bottle of this and that and that. What you up to today? He's like, pull up.
Say less.
See, the bottles have always got me too.
No, a plan is a plan.
A plan is a plan. So we got there. This vibes. And this is before Naomi dropped. Yeah. So it was already recorded. So it was on the hard drive. So I played it for them. And Tiro was in the house. Tiro and Gemini were in the house. So where they were staying, they were all together. It was Veezo, Tiro, and Gemini. So Veezo had his own room with the studio. Tiro had his own room with the studio. I think Gemini had his own room with the studio.
I have so many questions for Veezo when he comes here.
Yeah.
About that particular arrangement.
Yeah.
My nigga.
But like niggas were operating, you know?
No, because like I know he had an album. And then he was signed on to Your Name Ghetto Rough.
Yeah.
And something happened to the album. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, you're just giving me a picture of like what that situation was like.
So I put up there was vibes and I played them Naomi, and they were like, "Yo," I think maybe that's kind of sparked Veezo's perspective about me. Like, yo, this light is actually serious because last year he told me that he's trying to do this and he's doing exactly what the fuck he said he's doing. Yeah. And Naomi popped and I went back in and out of Joe. Then me and Veezo started hanging out more. Yeah. So I could tell he was getting frustrated. Like I'm starting to get his personality now. Yeah. So I could tell he's getting frustrated with the place or whatever's going on. I don't know. You know what I mean? And then I say So then there was a night that we got super late. I remember we were on the streets of Melville, and I say to him, bro, there's this lady I'm working with, Zen. I feel like she can really help you out. Yeah. Like she's done this for me 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I feel like with you can add this to the movement that we have at the moment. Yeah. And trust me, she can. And he did his research on her and he's like, okay, cool, listen, I'm going to be in Gabs in December. This is probably winter. I'm going to be in Gabs in December. Make the link up happen. Yeah. We all linked up. Then the rest was history.
Damn. OTV.
Then that was OTV. Then the rest was history. Then Veezo joined the Zen team and our relationship got stronger. You know, I started learning. I learned a lot from him. He learned a lot from me. Yeah. Personally and professionally. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. No, I can see that. Like, you guys are brothers. I want to get to how then did that break up?
With Veezo?
Yeah. Or what happened? Because, like, you can always tell. Yeah. And it's always like, it's the little shit, man. Yeah. You know, you can tell, oh, is that a swipe? Mm. Because I'm fast forwarding a little bit. Or, okay, after OTV, now guys are not even hanging with each other anymore. You don't see them as much. Niggas were making so much bread together. Now you don't even see them together. I think Veezo mentioned something at the OTV2 launch. Or like you guys dropped the track on his birthday.
Yeah. You see now that's.
So I'm trying to figure out. Okay, when did that unity? Because you guys did a whole lot. We could spend a whole podcast talking about how you guys were able to move around the whole of Botswana, chilling,
100%,
chilling all the way to this day. Still,
100%.
What do you think came? To complicate matters.
So then, okay, so after me and Zen broke up, right? And then Veezo still remained with her, right? So that didn't even mess up our relationship. Like maybe for a good 10 more months.
Yeah.
But now we were getting to a point now in the game where it was looking like we're the only bros that are punishing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys were punishing hard.
Yeah.
Nigga, we had radio to do. Who asked these other niggas? Where were you other niggas? Because like at the same time, you guys were really, really doing it. Like it was only you. Who else was there? Sasa.
Oh, Sasa, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, R.I.P.
Who else?
But yeah, I guess then we just got too invested into the game and forgot reality. You know what I mean?
Which is,
we're supposed to be getting this shit together. Now it became too competitive. You know what I mean? Like now we're trying to be number one. Like we can't both be number. It got to a point where like we can't both be number one.
So was it because you recorded the album together, and now after recording the album together, you have to go your ways?
Yeah,
that's where.
Nah, but I think it wasn't even just that, man. It just got.
Was there a girl?
Not at all.
Was there money?
Not at all.
All right, so
it was just misunderstandings and niggas not communicating. You know what I mean? If there's one thing, maybe you hear something and then you don't address it, and maybe it's not the truth or something, it just grows. Then you start. Maybe you're gonna stop replying my text. Then I'm gonna wonder what the fuck wrong with this nigga.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I see you out. Then it's cold.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
What the fuck?
You know. Then it just okay, cool. Then since we're both in this rap shit, let's go, nigga.
Hey, the fuck it, yeah.
Thing, you know what I mean? And I won't lie, I can get very competitive, bro. I get to a point where like I even forget, like I'm like too invested into this shit. So I was like, okay, cool. This guy can rap, cool. I know my work ethic can keep me up to where guys are in terms of their skills.
Yeah. And
at the time, I was working with a guy that was also very competitive, and he was feeding me all this. Director Mo.
Oh Lord.
So his work ethic was on another. I thought my work ethic was crazy, but Director Mo's work ethic was on another level.
Yeah, man.
And he was like, "Yo, wanna drop these 3 videos on this guy's birthday?" I'm like, let's go, competitive sport, you know. But then like it was just like, yo, when you were after it was just like, what the fuck, actually, like,
yeah,
the homie could have been on one of the songs. Maybe the song could have been even bigger if we were working together. It just, there was no winning. We realized that there was no winning, because he also realized that, okay, guys are gunning for me this side. Okay, cool, like defense, you know.
Yeah.
And no one was winning at the end of the day.
And so that one was crazy. There was a little drought there at the time. Like you say, you guys were actually the ones who were pushing that agenda in BW hip hop.
Now the booking was one of us would get it, and the other wouldn't get it. The other one would get it, this one wouldn't get it. Then it was just like, yo, what the hell is that?
How is that a win?
Exactly.
You know,
nobody's winning. Exactly.
Fuck,
but then we realized that a lot of people around us were feeding into it.
The people but team.
Yeah.
The teammates.
So people are, exactly. So they're feeding into it, and we're just the, you know.
Hey,
we're just like, yo, okay, sharp, let's go. They're trying to paint this picture of, yo, nah, dog, you guys have to drop a diss track, you gotta what? This is hip hop, dog, you know. And we almost bought into those chats, and just, I don't know what it took, bro. Veezo actually called me. Yeah. He's the one that called me. It was late, I think. It was like 3 a.m. I'm seeing.
No, Roadman style. Come on now.
So I'm seeing Vogue. So I'm like,
he's about to cuss you out.
Cuss me the flip out. Then he's like, yow, mar.
Yeah. That's love.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, man.
Cheers to that, though.
Man.
Cheers to that.
Then I'm like, yo, listen, I'll pull up on you tomorrow. So I imagine, like, we are staying 10 minutes away from each other. So, and before we broke up, we were gymming together every day.
Yeah.
So now we need to avoid each other's gym schedules. You know, it was
just niggas are getting strong, about to beat the shit out of each other. What?
Bro, like, we're gymming hard at the time. But now it's okay, sharp. I know this guy was going at this time, so I need to go.
Let me avoid that. Yeah.
I started going at 6 a.m. now. I was like, what the hell am I actually doing?
But what's it all for?
What's it all for? We're feeding for the people around us who aren't even getting anything out from this. It's just entertainment for them. We're losing.
Hanger-ons. Like, people by and water actually get. That's how they get that clout.
Yeah.
From actually breaking you guys apart. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And we realize we're stronger together.
My God.
That's our formula, actually. # stronger together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. I want to get into awards and stuff. How important are awards for you?
Right now, not very much so. Then
you've been releasing music. You guys are not nominated. I don't see you guys nominated in any of these shits that have been popping up right now.
What
are your feelings to that?
We got.
You got a nomination?
Yeah, we got. But I mean, like, it doesn't really mean what it meant maybe 5 years ago.
What's the difference now?
Because now I actually understand how it works.
How does it work? Tell me. Because I don't know. Niggas keep nominating me for cut the game, best social media.
Yeah.
That's not my job.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess maybe they're saying because you're pretty active on the socials.
Fuck that.
I see your post every day.
Nigga, why doesn't Lala or BJB or the niggas who actually actively on that shit? True. I'm not dissing Lala or BJB.
I guess maybe it's because you are a brand.
Nah, they're trying to fuck with me. They're trying to make it seem like all I can do is be on social media.
Oh shit!
And so that's the narrative. It's like how you play people.
I get that.
Hey, it's like we'll nominate them in the social media department. Nigga, I'm a fucking musician.
100%.
And I'm here. Okay,
now that means there's the agendas then that are
some
going on.
Bitch nigga shit.
Yeah, right now it doesn't mean shit to us, bro. Like,
right,
especially because it ain't coming with money.
Oh, God. No, there is some money.
Oh really?
Yeah, there is some. Did you guys get money when you guys?
No, when I won them 4 motherfuckers, I didn't get shit.
The hell it happened?
No, I mean I just got knowing that I was the most award-winning hip hop artist.
I'm not trying to get you unplaylisted, but I just want to talk about your relationship with radio and what you can tell anyone from your original upcoming. What's that name to the music industry and how they were pumping your music compared to now, and what you attribute that to.
Yeah, I mean the radio played a big role. I will not lie to you. Radio played a big role in the success or the jump start of my career.
Yeah.
You know, the from it being interviewed on radio or our tunes playing on radio.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I'm going to give shout out actually for this.
Yeah.
ZZ, shout out to ZZ Panther at the time.
Hey, it's my nigga.
Yeah, ZZ support.
Oh, that's your...
But it wasn't because of that, because I was dope, guys.
Oh, ZZ's made us a party. This nigga tried to slip in a family shout out.
No, but she's one of the people that she made me believe in radio. Her, you see ZZ, Drew, Dollar, and Kumo. Yeah.
Miss GKs.
Yeah. Those that I just mentioned now really made me believe in the art of radio. I mean, I'm very broad in terms of entertainment, bro. Like, I study even broadcasters.
Yeah.
Like, I like to know, okay, shit, how does this actually work? Like, when this guy's interviewing me across the desk, what's his, like, for me, I know I'm not trying to say the wrong answers, or I'm not trying to, but for him, what's on his mind on that side?
What's he trying to do?
You know?
Yeah.
So I've always been into that type of stuff. But just running back to radio, my relationship with radio, they started, I feel like the support played a big role in what happened. And I always see a lot of guys saying radio doesn't matter, radio does matter.
It really does. It does.
You know, my first Cosbots bag.
This nigga just looked at me like, when?
No, it does, but I mean, like,
it does matter.
But it ain't just it. You know what I mean?
There's other things.
Yeah, there's other things. There's two ways that people discover music.
Yeah.
Playlist and radio, new music.
But then, I was having this conversation with my mom some time ago. She had knee surgery, Mogwe and physio. So I'm taking her to physio, you know, and I'm telling her about programming, and that, like, back in the day, you know, not gonna level TV 1, TV 2, TV 3. Yeah. So we'll all be watching TV 1 at the same time. It's like, let's say at 7 o'clock we're all watching Generations, or we're watching Family Matters, or whatever. That's programming.
Yeah.
My nephew is 8 years old, my nigga. Nigga watches whatever the fuck he wants whenever he wants to watch
TikTok, YouTube, whatever.
He goes to the source. He goes to where he wants to go to.
Yeah.
So it's not about them deciding when you can listen to it or putting an ad when they want. Nigga, you put an ad, I'm gone.
Yep.
Or, not here though, but you put an ad, some people go on certain platforms. It's like, you put an ad there, I'm not about to listen to it, and don't strategically put it at 20 past, at 22, at 10 to, or what's I can't tell.
Yeah,
I'm gonna change channels at that time.
Yep.
So programming has completely changed, and now everyone can get Ben T on Ben T's page.
Yep.
Get him on his IG page. So things have completely changed.
Changed.
I'm not saying that it's completely gone, but I'm saying,
don't forget about it.
Hey, the environment is completely changed.
Yeah.
So I can respect it played a part in your early come up.
Yeah.
But how much of a part does it play now?
Now, I mean, it still does play a part, but not as a big of a role as it used to. Because I only relied on radio then. I only relied on it then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But up to today now, I know that my Instagram is my CV.
Yeah.
You know, I 15 seconds or TikTok, 15 seconds of a snippet of my song can go a long way.
Yeah.
Than just one playlist slot on radio a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna run. I'm seeing William's numbers. Yo, I'm seeing.
Damn.
I can be William and I'm trying to ask, yo, please let's see this metrics, bro. Like,
teach us.
that guy understands. He's understood how social media works.
Completely.
And how the metrics and insights, looking at insights and you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, I will never disregard radio, but it's not like a piece of cake like that anymore. It still pays us a little bit as much as they shouldn't. My first cost check, I did research about after I got it. I'm like, okay, cool, let me see actually. Yeah. And I saw it was Yarona and RE2 are bumping me.
Yeah.
I think I was 19. My first check at cost was probably like 13K. And that was just Naomi. And it's cause, and shout out to Zen because she made sure I have my paperwork right.
No, I'm just sitting here. I'm just always wondering about the metrics of this thing. And I don't know. And maybe I'm going to switch. This is not an interview anymore. A lot of you younger musicians don't ask these questions. When you give me 13,000 pula, what is it based on?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I went and asked, like, yo, can I please see these?
Hey, can I see how many times? What did they say?
No, Zen made sure that we get those numbers.
Yeah.
And we're able to see how, but it's still, that 13K.
It didn't make sense.
It's supposed to be maybe 130.
All right. So, as someone who's a musician and is always talking shit online about all of this stuff, because sometimes I get bored. Why do you think, like, people take BW musicians for granted that much, and that like people are still trying to pay us 20 grand when they pay people 200,000 pula? And
people, you mean like the
other people outside of Botswana?
As in, like, why
promoters and stuff?
Promoters
like
here or that side?
I don't want to say promoters, but I want to say like people who create events in BW.
Yeah.
Why do you think to this day, even though it's come from 500 pula now, it's 20,000 pula? Why is it so easy for them? Because I'm about to get into you as an events manager.
Yeah, 100%.
Why is it so easy to give foreigners more money than give BW musicians?
You know, for me, I still think that's not the wave.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching PP here on your sit down with him.
Yeah.
And he was like, my man, I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
If the consumer wants Makazi, I'm going to say Makazi.
But is this WhySo founder Benti?
No.
Or is this a musician Benti?
No. This is, I'm talking about what he was saying. I don't.
Okay. Example.
Yeah. Just an example. What he was. I don't believe in that metric.
What do you think?
I think is seriousness. For me, I haven't booked. I book who I think is serious. In terms of taking their art serious, their brand serious. You know what your value is. As much as I'm starting, I also don't have $1 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, I've made my mistakes here and there, gotten into debt here and there for taking risks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I look at who's serious, it's really about who's serious. That's how I look at it.
Listen to WhySo Sundays. It's a train smash because like you are into the eventing business. How did this start? Because you do say that you did organize events when you're still at school back in the day.
Yeah.
When did you start taking the WhySo brand seriously, apart from just the clothing that you guys were wearing on the stage, and apart from just saying it on a record?
Yeah.
When did you think this was a business that you guys could fully pursue and do what you're doing now? Because like, my God, I always want to go to those parties, but like I'm like, nah. No,
you pull up, bro. Next one, you guys are put. I got a VIP all access pass for you.
Do you know why? I said, no, because like I'm thinking, no.
You and wifey, you guys are coming.
If I come with wifey,
you guys are coming.
Only
she can approve it.
Hey, so how did we get here?
So like I was saying, I feel like for me, I have this calling of maybe bringing people together.
Yeah.
All the people around me are somewhat connected through me.
Yeah.
And it's a calling that I realized many years ago, and I'm like, okay, I need to maybe let me learn it. Let me dig deep into this thing and figure out like what actually am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love fun. I love having fun.
Yeah.
So in high school, we used to throw these parties. We used to do all white parties. So my homie, Rose, still. He was my best friend throughout high school.
Oh, by the way, I saw Rose on that Davido YouTube clip.
Yeah. He's inside.
Deep in there.
Yeah,
dog.
he's deep inside.
Yeah, shout out for.
And all this is things that we all used to talk about when we were kids. Like we just laid the map out.
Yeah.
And followed through, even when it felt like it wasn't working out. We didn't, you don't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got a dope crib, right?
Yeah.
And like as compared to like maybe us how we were raised, his maybe his mom's parenting was a little bit more chilled.
Yeah.
To ours.
Yeah.
To how ours was. So it was much easier. We always used to chill at his house. It was fine.
Yeah.
For long. You know what I mean? So it was like, yo, bro, there's a spot. We're chilling here every day.
Yeah.
Let's do something. And he's like, what can we do? I'm like, I have the idea. We're throwing these all white parties.
Yeah.
Got the hottest DJ in school, DJ Root. Neo played it
now. Played it.
Yeah.
Root, why did you change though, Papa? But Neo Played It is also a really dope name, man. I always know it's him though.
Gotta evolve. Yeah, so he was the hottest DJ at MAP at the time. So I told him.
That's like a civil engineer or some shit.
Yeah. He's a nerd. He's a nerd and a sick ass DJ. And he's been sick like since high school.
No doubt, man.
So I used to book him out there and be like, yo, homie.
This nigga's popping bottles.
They popping bottles out here. I didn't even ask for a rider, but they gave me a ride, I guess.
So that's how it started. Like,
yeah. So then we just started throwing those parties. After the first one, people asked us when the next one. So we threw it once a term. So at the end of every term,
you guys fucking do some education. What the fuck?
Yeah, so we did it.
What's a term?
A term is like, first term, second term, third term, bro. Like it's a semester, but yeah. So we used to do that, and then it just became a thing. Then we stopped it after a year, and then later on, when we started WhySo, like I told you, it was inspired by Boys and Bucks, right?
Yeah.
Wanted it to be a movement, whatever, but we just weren't sure exactly what to do. Yeah. Merchandise was just the closest thing and the easiest to maybe move a name.
Yeah.
Because that shit was moving like hot cakes.
My nigga.
Bro.
I love that Fantastic t-shirt.
Yeah. By the way. I'm trying to bring those back as well.
Yeah, that one was sick as hell. I don't know why you stopped them shits.
Because I started focusing more on WhySo and I wasn't really sure what we're trying to do with it. So merchandise was the low-hanging fruit to push the name. Bro, I remember like we were selling 50 t-shirts a day at some point. Like it was crazy. And we didn't even have like financial literacy then. Like that money then would take it and go through a party at the crib, invite all the baddies, buy all the bottles.
Speaking of body,
that built, I think that's what built this. So that kind of like laid us up for what's happening now.
Yeah. Because now this is beautiful because I know you have like another installment coming up, but it's not WhySo Sundays. Because like the parties themselves, like I say, we see them online. A lot of niggas who want to diss girls say to people on social media, when are they gonna want to go party your WhySo?
Yep.
That's always like, yeah, because you guys always get the baddies coming through to the spot.
So when getting there, it was just me just trying to figure out with the music also. I was trying to figure, because we see with WhySo Group, I applied my whole music business model. So Bantee's business, how I did the Bantee brand with music, I just replicated it to the events. That's why it was kind of easy. So I literally did the whole thing. Okay, cool. I know that I need to go holla at media for this. I know I need to go do this for that. I need to go do this for that. So I just reciprocated it and duplicated it and figured it's a whole new ball game as well. So I tied in my music like, okay, cool. How can I find a new distribution channel for my music? My music is just chilling. I'm tired of this whole when we drop link in bio. You know what I mean? So
you want to drop it differently?
Yeah, I want to drop it differently now. How can I drop it differently? Oh, there's a niche that I know that every single time I put a flyer that I'm performing at Cigar, for example, these people are coming and it's homies, it's friends. Then the friends come with other friends. If my homie Teddy is maybe throwing a party at the house or a braai, the same group of people are coming. So okay, cool. These people they bump my music. They they are friends. So how can I monetize this?
That's dope. I absolutely love that. I want to get into your relationship with like Bo. Let's start with AKA, because like you were one of the last people to bring him over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What type of relationship do you guys have?
I mean, with AKA, like everyone, like I said, I started off as a super fan. So yeah, Burna Boy, wanna be boy is also now.
Oh, that soon.
Yeah,
Soon come.
I'm gonna be telling him the story.
Yeah, what the?
And for me, I guess it's also just once I meet these guys, my personality and also
It comes
who I
out.
am,
Yeah.
I guess that's what gravitates to them because I'm pure. I've got a pure energy, pure soul, man.
Definitely.
A lot of niggas have fucked me over because of my pure energy.
Kick
And
the ass, nigga. You been working out.
I know. I just let God do His thing. I just sit back and let God do His thing.
Super mega, bro.
Yeah,
Like, how was your relationship with him? Because like I see a lot of influence as well. There's what track were we listening to earlier though? And then like I could hear like, well, you're on the, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're on the vocoder, but then you hit like a, but like you're speaking like a groggy. It sounded like there was some influence in the way
I
that
think
you do your takes.
with him. With AKA, it was, I started becoming a fan of him because I figured guys are doing this next door, like on a high level. Because I'm looking at states the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it locally as well. Like, the homies are sick and everything, but like I'm seeing it like on a different level, this side closer to what's happening that side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I started gravitating more to him. And I think I've listened to him so much that subconsciously sometimes I'd probably start sounding like, or maybe try to remember how something I heard and try to redo it.
Yeah.
But that's just because I listened to it so much.
So much, yeah.
As a kid. And that's before I found my sound as Band T.
Yeah. Which
was kind of dangerous. You know, it's dangerous for artists once you haven't found your sound to listen to so much of one person or something because it influences you.
I want to talk about your vocoder because like you are not the only one who fell victim to that thing. I call it vocoder.
Yeah.
What do people call it?
Auto-tune.
Yeah. Vocoder. Kind of vocoder with king, I get it. It's like that one here singing. So it's auto-tune. A lot of people fell into the auto-tune trap in that way. You were able to like even perform live with it as far as like bringing it into live shows and actually performing live with it like that.
And that's because that's what AKA do that as well.
Yeah. So for when I like how important is that tool for the music that you make, and do you think like it also represents who you are?
Yeah, for me it was right now like there's a project I'm working on called Titty, and it has no auto-tune at all.
Yeah,
you know, it was also a very experimental. I think that's my pocket.
Yeah,
because I find myself more comfortable in there, and in OTV too. There's limited auto-tune
and there's bars in there.
And
I'm like,
yeah. So I think you see now with that, I think with OTV too. The project before that, I dropped a project called My Geba Tulefatsi.
Yeah, I love My Geba Tulefatsi also, but like I say, your music was not being played as it used to be there. But like, I don't know. I think we just all need to find a way to get the music that we want.
100%.
Hey, you go listen to it for what it is. You know what I mean? So is that like or the new album? Do you think that's a new pocket for you?
Yeah. So I think like I was saying, My Geba Tulefatsi was me kind of breaking into this pocket, and then OTV2 was me now saying I'm here in this pocket. So now this project that's gonna be coming out before the year ends, or just me alone. It's like, yo, this is where it's at. That's where we are with it. But anyways, just to finish the AKA story. Yeah, we only started getting a relationship really just before he died. You know. I've been following for a long time, and he once picked me as a winner for some competition he did. I to see him out there. So he's also a guy who's very switched on. So he was starting to pick up notes. Every time we come to Botswana, you'd hear my name here and there. You know, then there's a one time they booked us on the same show. So then we actually finally got to chat. You know, I remember it was a group of us. It was me, Veezo, whatever. But then he came to stand next to me. And he just like he's talked to me like the whole 15-20 minutes.
No doubt.
He took his phone out. He's like, yo, ever since I got here, they've been talking about you. And he caught my last song performance. So I was performing Naomi.
And he saw a beat up.
And he saw them go crazy. So he whipped his phone out and gave it to me. And he's like, yo, put your number here. Just miss call yourself. Then I got his number. Then he opened Instagram. He's like, yo, what's your Instagram handle? Let me follow you real quick. Then he followed me. Then we just started talking from there. And then finally got to book him for him to come here. They were here. He actually played me Lemons to Lemonade before it dropped. So when he landed, we were at the airport. So he was the first. It was still when the COVID was still doing like the PCR test. So his whole team
hated that shit.
So his whole team stayed behind because they were still Abudon design. They were still inside, still doing that. And then he walked out first, and he found me. He's like, hey, poison. Come here. Please tell me you got dank. I'm like, yeah, don't worry, I got you. Then we went to the corner there at the airport.
Oh, you really trying to go to jail?
Yeah. Psych. We playing with y'all.
We're lying.
We're lying. But yeah, then we sat there. And he's just like, yeah, boy, I see you're punishing, but
dope,
you know. And he does listen to this. He plays Lemons to Lemonade. Played him a couple of joints. He's like, yo, please send me this one. Send me this one. This is the
Which
one
one
we're
was
operating. This? It was a song that I've actually just sent to Cooley now. To hopefully that he will jump on it. Because I've been chilling with Cooley a lot also lately. He's been coming through.
Doing gigs with my Dope Boy. Why are you out here being humble, nigga?
We did gigs, but I mean before that, Cooley's been coming through to the crib for some time.
Yeah,
you know, we're chilling. Shout out to the homies. Dog, it's crazy. Everything that's been happening is like, yo, these are guys I never ever thought that I'd, you know.
Let's talk a little bit about, because I don't want to get us on a sad note, because like all of us were traumatized by what happened. Just before that,
the last thing that AKA said to me, because before he left, and it stuck with me, is that he told me, yo, Banty, keep punishing.
Yeah, man.
That's the last thing he said to me at the airport when he was leaving. And that stuck with me. And for me, I think, in his honor, I'm going to keep punishing.
You guys are going to learn.
Yeah.
You know, dope. It's right there. I want to talk about your name, Bukuliano, because WhySo is now doing gigs out in Joburg now.
Yeah.
You missed a particular show. I don't know how that's going.
Yeah.
How you apologize? I don't know if you guys had a conversation.
Yeah, I told
people. Yeah, because some people were expecting this. But like, what's that going like? How's WhySo and friends doing that thing in South Africa right now? You had Matlera Dope Boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So shout out, man. Like, so like the universe, like I say, the universe never lets me down, man. I always meet the right kind of people that are on the same wavelength as I am, and believe in my shit as much as I believe in their shit.
Yeah.
You know, so right now I've got current partners there. There's a homie of mine called Mandla. Okay. He's a super guy. And then I have DJ Slim, who's Cooley's DJ right now, who's my partner for these events right now. Okay. And we're all on the same wavelength, man. They saw that the WhySo vision and were like, yo, bruh, do you not see this? You know? And now we're just operating on another level. So because of also, it's a relationship thing now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maglera came through, we started it. Hopefully, then I was about to say who we're gonna get next, but by the time this is out, maybe it's out. Nah.
No, it's no. Let's not.
But yeah, and for me, moving to Joburg and doing that there was because I wanted to feel like the little fish again in the sea. Yeah. You know, because you get to a point also where you get a little bit comfortable when a lot of things become easy now. Yeah. I didn't have to start. For me,
the hunger for more.
Yeah, like when I started the events, it's because I love doing, like, I love finding out new things and researching. So even when I'm bored, I'm going to whip out my laptop and start drafting a proposal of an idea I'm just thinking about before I'm even ready to pitch it. Yeah. So I'm just going to sit down and think of, okay, cool. What are we trying to do? WhySo? Right now it's WhySo and Friends. I remember when WhySo Sundays came about, I was just bored and I'm like, yo, let me make a proposal for Jägermeister. I didn't even know where to start. I don't know who is a Jägermeister. I just manifested it. Yeah. You know, so when I'm bored, I just sit down and make proposals, and I just got better at it. And now, then it became easy now. So the brands started loving it. Yeah. I started learning, okay, how am I working with the brands? With the brands, you have to think for them. Yeah. So now if you're going to send a proposal that makes someone at Jägermeister have to think, okay, how are we going to do this? It's not going to work. Yeah. So I realized, I have to think for these guys. Yeah. Guys, this is how we're going to do this thing. This is your ROI. This is what you're going to get after. This is, you know what I mean? Definitely. So I started thinking for the guys, and then I didn't have to send proposals anymore. So it started becoming a bit comfortable. I found my comfortable pocket. So moving to Joburg was me trying to be the small fish in the sea again and
and learn something else.
Learn something new. And I'm learning so much from these guys that I'm working with.
You have events coming up like Bonobo D Club and Bo Piano Sunsets. Yeah. I was online talking about, well, a guy's responded to me later.
Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo tried to beat me. If only he could. But like the thing is, he started.
Shout out my nigga Rondo.
No, that's my bro. That's my Block 5.
I love him. He's so opinionated.
No, but he knows I've got an opinion for him all the time. You know, we're gonna get him on the show soon. Yeah. I was talking about Piano Sunsets, and I didn't understand the concept of playing South African piano in front of the 3 Chiefs monuments.
Yeah, I actually saw that post.
How am I? I really want to ask this because
I think
Teddy Kemarata blind, like he knows, like I'm one of the proudest guys to see him as a DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the same time.
Yeah.
So I just didn't understand how is this
and no valid
working?
and that's a very valid point. I think for them and
no, don't just say because you're here, Papa. Like what am I out of pocket? Like
no, you're not. No, I think guys didn't think that far. So
it was about doing a gig and
I was just like, yo, we're playing what's hard. They didn't think that far, but you saying that kind of sparked something like, oh shit, actually, you know what I mean?
I'm like,
yeah,
because you guys do such amazing work, but that one I was just on some
No, I don't think guys thought that far. It was more of a thing of, yo, we're just out here putting out a dope vibe, and Amapiano is a South African genre, and
we're in front of the Chiefs. Yeah,
you see, they didn't think that. The guys didn't think that deep.
Yeah, I'm just old, man. But let me just keep it moving. As far as OTV2, how far are you guys trying to go with this though? Because I don't see the energy from OTV1
in terms of
as far as pushing it, or maybe I'm not at the same parties.
Yeah, probably not at the same. Because we talked about it. We feel we're actually going harder this time because
Hennessy Iced Tea. My God, nigga! Every time I hear that jam, but maybe explain it to me. What's different about this OTV2?
OTV2, it's growth, not just musically, but also how we are working.
Yeah.
We have more brand deals now. We as much as maybe you're saying we're not push, maybe you're not seeing as much as, but behind the scenes, it's more lucrative than the last one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the brand
that's how it should be.
So like the listening parties, for example, that you guys came up to, you guys came for free, but
drank a lot of Jägermeister.
You guys drank a lot of Jägermeister.
I saw a lot of
the coins
Hennessy flying in the air on a Wednesday.
But the coins, you see, the coins are still there's a business model to this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you guys free game.
Give us game.
We sell tickets to the brand and then invite you guys. So those tickets, when you guys are coming with those invites have been paid for.
Oh, that's why you want the codes and like make sure
So when you think you're coming for free, you're actually not. Someone has paid for you to be there. We're just not gonna stress you as a consumer.
But like, is it okay? Because like you ultimately, guys, you're here and you're at the forefront of this game. How do you see this going as far as like a young person who's probably, because like there's a lot of young musicians coming out and you've seen them because 100%. You've traveled the country.
Yeah.
Is there something for them to work for? Is there something to aspire?
They definitely is.
To?
There definitely is. I think what we're doing right now, especially with the OTV run, we're actually carving a new lane for guys. Mm-hmm. So you guys need to actually look at what we're doing, and we're actually, I believe we're carving a new lane for guys to make money through the music, because there isn't a lot of money through music. Yeah. Use music as the key and the door to many other avenues. Yeah. Because that's one thing, that's the superpower that music has. Music actually has a superpower, and the superpower is it being the key to everything else. It's not the holy mecca, but it unlocks everything else. Jägermeister is messing with me because of the music. I shouldn't forget. That's why at the end of the day, we're always in studio, we're taking care of the music. Yeah. Because my seg is going to mess with us because of the music. If you forget about the music, the calls are going to stop coming in.
I really wish I could think like this when I was your age. Because you know what the thing is? I only realized that like late, because the music is what opens the door. Yeah. Go to your core talent. It could be you as a sprinter. Yes. It could be you as an artist. It can be you as a ballerina. Yep. But you got to stick to what originally opened the door for you.
But don't just
stay there.
Yeah, don't just stay there. Use it. Like, take care. It got you there. So
but remember it though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Take care of it and it will take care of you.
Hey, my nigga. I also want to get into, I don't know, man. I think I'm just turned a little bit.
I'm loving this thing.
I want to get into Zgela. Did you finish?
I did. I didn't finish at ASE. Hey. So my school journey is like this. I did after high school. Yeah. I went to do ASE, and I did 2 years. It was a 3-year course. Yeah. So in the second year is when like the Banty brand now was too like hot. So
back and forth all the time.
So the back and forth was becoming a bit of an inconvenience. Yeah. I had to be on site. Yeah. So I think my mom only agreed because now the coins were coming in. Yeah. I'm coming home with my own sneakers now.
I ain't gotta give them any money.
Those type of vibes. You know, she's just like, "Ish, damn, okay, cool." You know, and then 2018, right after I finished working with Zen, I felt I need to go back to school. But then I don't want to go back for the same thing. I went back to study music business and entertainment law.
Yeah.
So I went to go study that, and I finished it in just 2021.
Was it because you didn't want practicals anymore?
Yeah, no. That from the jump wasn't my thing. As soon as I got there, I was just like, nah.
Because one out of all of this is probably like reading numbers, and like molao.
Yeah, so now this was more of like music psychology, understanding what music, what a song does to a human's mind, understanding what the business behind selling a record, or the business behind artist management, what artist management actually is, what music publishing is, what music distribution is.
Yeah.
You know, so it played a big role, and even just writing proposals, I learned from that.
Proposaling, yeah. I want to ask about before we actually talk about your main lady right now. Miss Botswana pelo. What happened?
With Miss Botswana?
Hey.
What do you mean?
Tuto. You went out with Tuto, didn't you?
Who's Tuto? Only Tuto I know is my dad. Nah. The producer?
How is you Miss Botswana?
Nah, never.
You've never dated any Miss Botswana?
Nope.
Think.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I've never dated a Miss Botswana. I wonder where that is online.
For real?
I'm telling you. I've never ever. Or even had a fling, nothing. No.
Yeah? All right.
But I've known a lot of them. But I've never.
You see how you're getting warmer to the... Which
No,
one
never.
is it?
No, I know Tata. I know
Hey, Tata.
I know Emma.
You've never dated Tata?
No, I've never dated Tata.
Because there were some stories about you dating Tata here. I don't know why I called it Tuto.
I wonder how, because we never even really used to chill like that.
Chill like that where?
In public or anywhere.
But
like,
you've been around each other, though.
yeah, we used to parties together, you know.
I'm just asking, nigga. Like,
Meet your friends.
I got notes.
Yeah, nah, that
Now
one.
gotta act.
That's the only one.
All right, so I got to meet your lovely lady. I don't remember her name. I was turned off the Jaeger.
Sahara.
Yeah. You guys have a business together. I don't know if it's her business or your business.
It's her business, 100%.
Nigga, you smell good.
Thank you, and
And pause.
that's it. Smelling that Celeste.
Now, even with the pause. So you guys are doing a new event also, and Gabon Ariano, Honda fragrances added to it. So when the Mama Zala are getting into business together.
No,
What's going on there?
it's really it's her business 100%. Like all the ideas, everything, inception is her. I'm just the support.
Hey.
I'm just there to help where I can with the knowledge that I have, and you know.
Is she from B-Dub or she's from outside?
Born and bred. Yeah.
Oh, so what are we should support the
100%.
Well, we would have supported it either way.
So what, you be thinking it's from that side?
Nigga, I'm overly patriotic and shit. It's like I love South Africa, but I love Botswana more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So what is the name of the fragrance? What
It's called Celeste by Sahara.
Celeste by Sahara.
Yeah. So Celeste is like heavenly, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the.
It's a black bottle. Don't you have one?
I actually don't have it on me. It's in the car. Before we got into the car, I'm like, yeah, Scar gonna smell this.
Yeah, the fra.
Yeah. No, I'll get you one.
It smells
definitely.
amazing, dog. I was cooped up in the elevator with this man. I was like, God damn.
And
what I
it
mean?
lasts, bro. Like, if I don't wash the t-shirt for like 2 days or a week, it still smells
Still
good.
there.
And the dope part about her is that like she also studied this thing, you know. She like went into it, like she understands what a note is. I don't like
nigga.
single, you know what I mean? Like she be teaching me like, yo, don't spray here. You're thinking you're spraying here. No, you're actually fucking it up. Don't do that.
What should I do?
There's touch points. So she teach me the touch points. It's behind the ear.
Okay.
Behind both ears. I forgot that.
Put niggas on game, bro.
On the chest. Right after you shower, right? Here's the secret. Right after you shower, your pores, after you like
open up your pores.
Yeah, after your pores are open.
Yeah.
Just spray your chest or your neck.
Yeah.
It takes it in. And later on, if you're in the club or you sweat or whatever, when you sweat, it's too much.
Punish them.
So I'm learning these kind of things from her as well, as I'm helping her with her research, and even like with the eventing now. Like she just threw an event now. You know, I'm figuring out.
Tell me about that event, because I saw the artwork. It didn't look like a normal WhySo event.
It's a picnic.
It's a picnic.
Yeah, so it's a Celeste event. It's a picnic. Shout out to Graham Beck. We got them there. Shout out. They jumped on last minute, and they believed in it. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so she's trying to like diversify into that. The same way that I was saying to you, like the way that we were trying to find, I was trying to find a distribution channel for my music.
Yeah.
Now, through these events, we're still trying to move the product.
No doubt.
We're trying to find ways to move the product quicker.
In different ways,
In different ways, so that you don't have to just pull up to the shop and buy it. Let's add an experience to it. You know? Yeah.
Gave me chinchilla right in front of your eyes, guys. Yo, Banty, I don't know what to tell you, man. Never mind the fact that I'm really, really proud of the man that you are actually becoming. And also,
it's an honor for me because I grew up listening to you every day and
it's making me feel
looking at bro. You the first to win international awards for hip hop.
No doubt. Papa.
That's what I was saying. Like you had to run for us to be able to do this.
No doubt.
So every single time I'm out there and I mention I'm from Botswana, your name pops up all the time.
No doubt, Papa.
You know,
but they gotta pay me for that shit because these niggas like all the time. It's like we're always trying to fight for something, and I always feel like I'm on the line fighting.
Yep.
You know, and
then also
it makes me feel uncomfortable.
I'm gonna give you a prop also here.
Yeah.
Another thing that you taught me that I would say I picked from you was knowing that being a musician isn't just it. When you started diversifying into like being an idols judge, you know, all the other things you're doing, jumping onto radio, you know, all that showed me that this is actually, this is like how you're saying, this is the key, and it opens doors to everything else. Stuff.
You know what I can tell you right now is that people are afraid of people like you, rappers. All right. Oh God, this is the Levinson speaking.
This thing's nice.
People are afraid of rappers because, like, I once had a conversation with Mr. Dumilopang, the YR on FM. It's like, especially like how you're speaking about it right now. It's like, pay attention to too much shit that doesn't make sense.
Yep.
But at some point, it makes sense for you, and sometimes you make sense of it out of music. But at the same time, even in life, this shit all comes together for some reason. So. I don't know if that made any sense to
No,
you
I get exactly what you mean.
Like, thank you so much for coming out, Papa. And I hope, how long have we kept him for?
94 minutes.
94? Nigga, I want a top 5 BW female MC list.
Damn.
I don't know how you're going to, off the top of the head, I can't think.
Yeah,
proper. I got mine. But just.
I mean, dead or alive, Sasa is number 1. Number one, Sasa.
You guys have worked together, right?
Yeah, we worked together a lot actually. For a lot of unreleased music that never got to make it out.
Why did you not release this music, guys?
We released one, but the rest, I guess, we thought we had time.
How easy was it to work with Sasa? Oh, how hard was it to work with Sasa?
I mean, we had our own relationship outside the music as well. So we had like a really dope personal relationship. It was fresh, and so they made the music easier.
Okay,
no
doubt. R.I.P. Mama Slay.
R.I.P. Mama Slay, man.
And then number 2 is.
And she told me she's one of the people that believed in me more than I believed in myself, bro. She told me, dog, you don't know what you got in you. Yeah. You know, she helped me like dig into it also. You know what I mean? Yeah. So some of these things I also do it in her honor. As much as, like I said, AKA told me keep punishing. Even Sasa left me with a similar message.
Do you think people had a disrespect for your pen game?
Yeah. I mean, dog. Like I've had.
That one, or like I could. That's why I'm asking that. Or why would she feel the need to say that?
Yeah, because then she saw how I took criticism. I took it and be like, okay, sharp. How am I going to better myself? That's what I do. That's what I do, bro. Like I actually take criticism and not like. Because I know, you don't know me from about soap, so you're not going to just hate. It's not personal. You know what I mean? And that's what I understood about, and that's what Sasa helped me understand. So every single time I got a critique, I was I record every single day, and that's why I got better. Because practice makes perfect.
No doubt, Papa.
I didn't start off dope, but I know I'm fucking dope.
Take it from a guy who didn't start off dope, man.
Yeah.
You're dope. Number 2.
Damn. I'm not that in touch with the female rap game. I think also it's like we need
more.
Yeah, we need more to be as aggressive as Sasa was.
I think we shouldn't do 5 then. Take us more 5.
Let's do 3.
Let's do 3.
There was she's not making music no more. Gabby used to be sick. Oof. Yeah, I used to think Gabby could give Sasa a run for her money.
Gabby, I know her face beat that. She's doing her thing.
I think she probably gave up on that music dream. Probably thought it was just like, man.
No, she got dissed by some dude.
And then she like.
I know, I heard that line. I heard that line.
But she was dope, yo.
No, Gabby get like that. I'm blind. I mean, like, I heard that line, nigga.
Yeah. That's the line that said, I'm hanging the mic.
blind because like they are very insensitive and it's niggas and they're talking about weight and
fuck.
And you know when you're struggling with stuff, I mean I've seen at church and stuff, UCCSA. So I don't think she was ready to get that type of
but I've told her before, like
bullshit,
I believed in her so much. I felt she was very packageable.
Yeah.
You know, she's pretty.
Yeah.
She's skilled.
Yeah.
And I think she had the passion for it. Maybe sometimes also you just need someone that believes in you and that's right next to you, man.
Definitely.
Someone that
and will fight your fights and
exactly.
Yeah,
so maybe
niggas.
that's the thing that was lacking.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's definitely in my top 3.
Shout out Gabby.
Number 3. I'd say Trippy.
Trippy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trippy.
What?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, that's actually Retaolo Moshaga's daughter.
Yeah. I think Trippy, because also I got to hear a lot of her music when I used to hang Liski and Marang a lot. Yeah. There's a time where I was hanging with the guys a lot, going to the crib, and Trippy was always around.
But let no chill.
Yeah, even she let it go. Guys, Sasa's no more here.
Now who's there?
So you guys come on, make her
But what
proud.
are we doing to make it comfortable for them? You know, like, should we be making it comfortable for them? I don't know, nigga.
I mean, they say that they're not female rappers, right?
Yeah.
They're rappers.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do?
I've heard a couple of them on, but they always come up like I'm a piano niggas. It's like,
Gone. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yep. And all of a sudden it's like, this nigga was here. And then they're gone. Okay, let's go for the hard one. Top 5 BW MCs, dead or alive. And I won't take it personal. Like,
No, you're definitely my top. And I'm gonna give a criteria here. From as a holistic approach.
yeah, I guess so.
In no particular order. Definitely Veezo's in there.
Yeah, man.
Not because he's a homie. He's actually my favorite rapper.
This nigga sent me a verse after an hour, and it was like, what? I'm like, what is he doing up? And then I sent him back the one that I have, and he's telling me he's never sending niggas verses again. Got you. So
Yeah.
look out for the
He doesn't have a bad verse. Doesn't have a bad verse at all. I think he's got that curse.
Yeah, man.
It's a blessing and a curse. He's got no bad verse at all.
All the time.
2, in no particular order still, guys. Balaclava, Ski. Ski is a monster.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ski is in there.
Balaclava Blanco.
Balaclava Blanco.
Yeah, man.
You.
Oh,
Scar.
I'd like to thank Jesus.
Not because you're here or anything,
Yeah.
but because I've seen I felt the influence. I felt the drive.
That's
you know, I've seen it. It's inspired me.
That's right.
You know, and I'm gonna put Zeus as well because equally so.
No doubt.
You know, just growing up, seeing you guys, bro. When I remember burning Happy Hour from Kivu.
James.
Yeah. That time I was very dope with the computer, you know what I mean? So I knew when you give me I just get a compact CD.
I really hope more people burn that album.
Yeah.
So that you can have it for yourself.
And I was happy when it came to Apple Music and stuff, but I got everything. Like,
No, but even with these days, like DSPs, man, are just making it difficult for people to get music. You know, like once you sign up with DistroKid, you don't know how many other DSPs you're signing with. Because DistroKid is going to distribute your ass.
But it shows
Pause.
you. But it shows you like where it goes.
But then at the moment you want to drop a jam. Let's say you're just like a Form 5 kid right now trying to drop a jam. And you want to also put on side your status update or Apple Music.
I think
you are giving all of these all of these platforms your music, and it won't even play where you want it to play.
But like I say to guys who are starting off, I don't think that's the route to start off with. Still do the whole YouTube MP3 SoundCloud thing because it also gets depressing when you start seeing that no one's actually bumping your shit on Apple Music or whatever.
Yeah.
Start the same way when I started. Just build your community, then you'll monetize it once you've identified it.
Yeah, but when I'm
Yeah.
I have
So that was
one spot
4.
left.
5 Aussie.
Woo!
Yeah. Bria.
Puri.
Bria. Yeah.
What? Why Ozzy, pa?
Ozzy has actually been my favorite ignorant rapper because that guy just says whatever the hell and it sounds good still. I don't think guys understand. I don't know if maybe I'm listening.
He doesn't even care. Like he just gets on.
But like Ozzy, like I don't know if guys see it. Maybe I'm listening to his music as an artist, bro. Because I see also like I see the approach to it, the punchlines, the storytelling, how he tells it, the delivery, the flow.
I'm sorry.
You know, so that's my top 5.
Bless up, pa. I wanted to ask you for another top 5, but I gotta shut this show down, man. I'm so happy that you came through, and I don't know. Do you have any last words? Should people vote for you? What do you want to tell Batswana about what Ben T is trying to do going forward? I mean, you know, we never know what tomorrow brings, but what would you like to see going forward?
Hey, man, I'm trying my best to make a change in the space that we're in, and I feel obliged to because it's something that I grew up watching, and guys have also made it. You've made your mark, you've made your change, and we're able to do what we did because of what you guys did. I want to hear another homie in the next 5 to 10 years say the same thing, like, yo, dog, I was able to get Jägermeister to sponsor me because of the formula that maybe you coined. Or, you know what I mean?
So there's a lot of Jägermeister flying around. Like, I thank you so much. I even found out how to mix it with Stony now.
Even just events. Like, no one was taking dope pictures at their events before we did.
Yeah, you guys are onto something.
There was no one putting out their content even quicker than we're doing now. We're putting out our content the next day after the event.
Guys want that. I've heard niggas my age that wish to get a WhySo Sunday's invite.
Yeah, I know the homies.
The hell I'm about to tell you who this nigga's name is. J Dot. You need to stop asking me for these invites.
Actually, J Dot showed so much love, bro.
J Dot Orata the WhySo blind because like he's also aspiring to be bigger than what he is. I mean, for those who don't know, my nigga has a song coming up with the Kid X.
Oh shit.
You know, and he's really trying to do some really big things. So when he sees that, he envisions it for what he's trying to do also.
So he knows, he's switched on.
So come on, looking like that.
No. Got you, bro. Trust me. I always see the love that J Dot.
See, I got you.
But yeah, more closing remarks. Also, just a young artist, you know, build a team that has people that believe in you. Have your homies. I have my homie with me right now.
Yeah.
This has been my day one. This is my day one homie from the jam. Shout out Philly Fusion.
What's up, Philly?
You know, have guys that believe in you. You know what I mean? Guys that even when you don't believe in yourself, they believe in you. Shout out to my photographer, also Winsam. Shout out to my girl. You know, find those people around you. You don't have to put up a post on Facebook looking for a manager or whatever. Start with the guy.
Rest in peace to Mr. Hirschfeld as well.
Yeah. Hassan.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So Hassan, his younger brother now has basically taken over what he has started.
Ooh.
You know? And we are also moving with him the same way. Sometimes I even forget that, yo.
Come on now.
I be thinking it's the same guy.
What's crazy about that story is I know Hassan's dad from Mulepole.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it was his dad until the funeral.
And with him, bro, like when he passed away, he was kind of the glue in my team. So when he passed away, the glue, the team kind of like broke up. So it was me, Lloyd, Teddy, Bond, who's the FME DJ.
Yeah, Bond, yeah.
Yeah, so that was our team. And Hassan was our fifth member who was the glue. After he left, everyone kind of like went into their own, you know, Lloyd started doing the events more, less of the management. Bond went to FME. He's pushing more FME than my stuff this side. So like it also left me in a position where I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I gotta work 10 times harder now because now I can see it. You're alone in this thing. As much as guys are around and all that type of thing, but you're actually alone.
Alone, my nigga.
You know?
What they've been telling us all along.
But still, just keep people around you that believe in you and will help you push. But also remember that you came here alone and you're going to go alone, so you're alone.
No doubt, Papa. Mr. Mkwati, a.k.a. Ben T. I don't know if you got any more AKAs.
TD Valentino.
I knew you had one.
That's my alter ego. My next project called TD, and that's what you guys are gonna hear. You're gonna hear everything.
I don't want to talk about any titties.
Can I get a feature?
Yeah.
I used to DM Scar in 2012, and I was getting reply.
This nigga DM'd Apollo. Did you DM Apollo?
I used to just DM all you guys.
No, I don't remember nicely.
Nah, legit. I used to just study niggas and just be like, yo, let me just shoot my shot. But I also understand because there's guys also that maybe DM me and I miss them, you know. But I believe also that
I'm sure they DM you more than you DM me because like now that's all that happens now. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok.
But just work hard. If you work hard, you're gonna make your way. Look, I work my ass off. I'm here with the big homie.
No doubt. And that's how we end our show. Peace.
Yes, sir.
People of different identities.